Proverbs chapter 6 talks about the lessons of daily life. And it starts off with talking about debt. And it says here, "My child, if you have put up security for a friend's debt, or agreed to guarantee the debt of a stranger, if you have trapped yourself by your own agreement and are caught by what you said, follow my advice and save yourself, for you have placed yourself at your friend's mercy. Now swallow your pride. Go and beg to have your name erased. Don't put it off. Do it now. Don't rest until you do. Save yourself like a gazelle escaping from a hunter, like a bird fleeing from a net." So when I was reading this, what came to mind was how we tend to do subscriptions and we forget to cancel them. What we do is we end up just kind of letting it go, forgetting about it, or even just credit card debt. We kind of just, okay, I don't think about it, I can't see it. If I don't open the envelope, it's not there. But here it says, don't put it off, do it now. The title of this chapter is Lessons of Life. So that's what came to mind. Is like, okay, in the year 2025 is being better with my finances, being a better steward with my finances. So the next thing, it continues, it kind of builds up on that. It says, take lesson from the ants, you lazy bones, learn from their ways and become wise. Though they have no prince or governor or ruler to make them work, they labor hard all summer, gathering food for the winter. But you lazy bones, how long will you sleep? When will you wake up? A little extra sleep, a little more slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest. Then poverty will pounce on you like a bandit. Scarcity will attack you like an armed robber. So this is calling to our attention to not be lazy. I am one of those people that like to snooze my alarm. I always say, oh, just 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes, and 5 more minutes turns into 30 more minutes. And 30 more minutes turns into an hour. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one, right? But this is saying, hey, stop being lazy. Hey, wake up. So in other words, there's consequences to being lazy. There's consequences to not being active. And it continues on in verse 16. It says, there are 6 things the Lord hates. No, 7 things he detests. Haughty eyes, a lying tongue, hands that kill the innocent, heart that plots evil, feet that race to do wrong, a false witness who pours out lies, and a person who sows discord in a family. My son, obey your father's commands and don't neglect your mother's instruction. Keep their words always in your heart. Tie them around your neck. When you walk, their counsel will lead you. When you sleep, they will protect you. When you wake up, they will advise you. For their command is a lamp, and their instruction is a light. Their corrective discipline is the way to life. Will keep you from the immoral woman, from the smooth tongue of a promiscuous woman. Don't lust for her beauty. Don't let her coy glances seduce you. So here it's not necessarily talking about an actual woman. It is talking about sin. It's, in other words, don't let yourself be seduced by the pleasures of this world. Away from it. This is, don't lust for her beauty. Don't let her coy glances seduce you. Because sin is always going to be super attractive. Can a man scoop a flame into his lap and not have his clothes catch on fire? Can he walk on hot coals and not blister his feet? So here it's talking about the consequences of you entertaining the fact, of you entertaining potential sin. And it continues on here saying about committing adultery. In verse 30, excuses might be found for a thief who steals because he is starving. But if he is caught, he must pay back 7 times as he stole, even if he has to sell everything in his house. But the man who commits adultery is an utter fool, for he destroys himself. He will be wounded and disgraced. His shame will never be erased. For the woman's jealous husband will be furious, and he will show no mercy when he takes revenge. He will accept no compensation, nor be satisfied with a payoff of any size. Here it's describing the magnitude of what this sin could produce. So overall, this chapter talks about different portions of life. It talks about finances, it talks about the attitude of the heart, which is laziness. It talks about the things that the Lord hates. And let's go over that a little bit. Lying tongue. In the word it says that power of life and death is in the tongue. If one of the things that the Lord hates is a lying tongue, what can lies produce? Lies produce death. Hands that kill the innocent, a heart that plots evil. If you notice, it says a heart that plots evil. In other words, in the planning phase, right? You don't actually have to act upon it. In the moment that you start planning evil, that is a thing that the Lord detests.